So hi everybody, and welcome to my first video on this channel where I'm going to be talking mostly about dolls and things that I like. Today I'm going to be ranking the Holiday Barbie dolls, and so let's just get right into it. In last place we have the Holiday Barbie from 2020. It's ugly. It has sort of a metallic, I have the picture here. So it has a metallic print on the dress skirt. It has a cute face mold. The hair is cute. The dress is just not it. I feel like it could have been accomplished in a different way. But yeah, it just kind of looks like a bell, and I would have liked to see that inspiration done in a different way. So second to last in my ranking is the 2016 Barbies. There was a group of 3 released. They had a hard shell bodice with an ombre skirt. The hairstyles were very simple. So were really the cuts of the dresses. The 2-strap dress, I don't like how you can see the dress under it. Along with the 1-strap dress, but it's less noticeable, and at least in the marketing photos. I do have so here she is. I was given her as a child, so the box is a little beat up. I actually used to play with my Holiday Barbies as plain Barbies, so this is like one of the only ones I have left from my childhood still in the box. But yeah, I wish the top was a little more detailed, and while I like the face, I don't know, it just seems very simple. And so does the skirt, and the bodice doesn't even go all the way around, I don't think. So next in my ranking is the 2013 Holiday Barbie. So she's just, I like the snowflake cutouts. They kind of look like paper snowflakes, which I kind of actually like. But her face is just, she has some really dark makeup, and it just doesn't fit with the rest of the outfit, and her eyebrows are just kind of lost in this picture, which is sort of uncanny. And yeah, it's just very simple. She's not doing enough to earn a spot higher on the list. I really like Holiday Barbies, so it's just hard. So next on the list is 2014 Holiday Barbie. I actually had this one as a kid. I really liked the face because it was really different from all of the other Barbie faces I had at the time. It wasn't as heavily like made up. So, but yeah, for a Holiday Barbie, I just expect more, you know? As an adult now, I just want more. And yeah, I wish she would have had a shawl or something to make it more like wintry themed for me, because it is, you know, like a winter Holiday Barbie, you know. So next up on this list is 2012. I love her hair. Like, I love that little like side do. That's really cute. There's just, the ribbon is very cute. Really, there's nothing wrong with her, but I actually had a different version of this doll as a kid. I actually had, you know, this darker hair one, and this was actually a Barbie I played with, so she's sort of messed up at the moment, but she was just, I just really liked how different she was, because there just wasn't a lot of Barbies with like jet black hair and like green eyes and like this like heavy dark makeup. Like, she just looked really cool. So there's nothing wrong with this, but I just look at her and I was like, why didn't she have the black hair like this one? Now we get to something kind of controversial. We get to our first vintage Barbie with the 1990 Barbie. And she is a quintessential, very 80s Barbie, even though she's 1990. This is actually the first year that an African American Barbie was made for the Holiday Barbie. This dress, I just think, is very Barbie-core, but it's too much, you know? I think if it was like a prom dress, it would work a lot better, but it's not holiday. It's very, like, it's New Year's, which is like a holiday, but like when I look at the rest of the holiday line, it is very like wintry. So I just expect something wintry, not even necessarily Christmassy, just wintry. And this isn't, like, it has like the stars on it, but I don't know. I don't know. Also, the hairpiece is just not it. Hairpiece is just not it. Alright, next is the 2022 Holiday Barbie. Very simple dress, you know, based off of poinsettia. She's cute. Her face is just fine. There was a red-haired Barbie that drove pretty much everybody nuts on the internet that I could see, because everybody wanted her for her face and her hair. Alright, next is 2010. This one is fine. You know, I like her shawl, I like the ribbons, I like the embroidery especially. That is something we will not see on a Barbie for a long time, I feel. Anything we get now is just hard plastic or printed on. I really like that top bodice part, and I really like the crown. So she's had a bit of a rough time, but you know, like, I love this embroidery. I love the earrings and the matching tiara, and I really like the belt detailing. Alright, next is 2021, and I'm surprised that somebody with a like hard shell bodice would make it up this far. And you know, the skirt has that same sort of like rough metallic sort of detailing from 2020, but honestly I kind of like the whole gem vibe she gives off. You know, she did it better than 2020. Alright, next is 2011, and I really had to see past my nostalgia when I was making this ranking, because I have this doll. She's beautiful. She has glittery eyeshadow. Her dress is beautiful. I love the skirt underneath. I love the skirt over top. I love the embroidery. I love the diamonds. She as well has had a lot of rough days. I love just everything about her. Like, look at that skirt. I love the way that it folds up even after all these years. And yeah, I love the diamonds and the embroidery. Like, she screams winter. I love the way it wraps around. Where is the quality, Mattel? Yeah, and like the glittery eyeshadow. And I feel like green is such an interesting color to do. Okay, I spoke too soon, because in 2004 we got a very plain green dress that looks like a Halloween costume for a princess. And yeah, there's some detailing on it, but I wish more had been done with it, especially when you see the special edition from, I think, Sears, where it's purple. Like, I just wish it had been that sort of like purplish pinkish color. You know, it just looked so much better. So our next one is in 2015, and it's a red and green. I don't know why I said green, it's red and silver. Metallic silver. Barbie's hair is really shiny. She has a really plain face. Really, this is just a really plain dress. I have this one as well. I think I have it right here. Yep. See, her face is like really plain, just typical Barbie. I like all the tulle. I like how shiny it is. But again, nothing too special about it. We're still in like that mediocre part of this ranking. In the ranking, we have my first ever Holiday Barbie, released in 2008. It's a silver white dress one. Same dress worn in the Christmas Carol Barbie movie. So that's really cool. I really like the rooted eyelashes. I think that's really interesting. And I think that's one of the first times we've seen that on this ranking, if I'm not mistaken. If not the first time. It wasn't the first time in 2008, but you know, in this ranking it is. I really like how like the sheer panels are snowflakes. We haven't, you know, seen a sheer panel from Barbie in years. Again, the face is just cool. The ponytail's cool. You know, everything's just really cool about that. I like how the waist really elongates her. I actually do still have it. It has been played with. But yeah. The ponytail is out. But yes, she is gorgeous. And yeah, you can see how like sheer it is and sparkly. And her face is like just gorgeous. So next up is 2019. They look like candy canes. I just like the silhouette of it, I guess. There's not much else to say about this one. Like, I don't love it. But I really do like the different hairstyles, particularly the African American doll. I really like the curls. Barbie's hair I'm not a fan of. There's not really much else to say about this. I like the big bow. I like the wrapping on the top. Yeah. I wish like the red on the sides could have been more like a cape sort of thing instead of like part of the skirt. Alright, next up is 2009. She's beautiful. I love her hair. I like the fact that it is lighter and more platinum. I love the dress, the gold and the pink and the jewels and the gold underneath of it and the earrings. I love her. I love the curled ponytail and the ribbon. She's not very holiday, but she's very Barbie. And this is like, if Barbie had a Christmas party and she showed up in this, I would be like, yeah, that's Barbie. She's just beautiful. Her dress is falling down in the front. But yeah, her tulle is messed up. I promise she looked a lot better when I got her, probably. But yeah, she has like this in the back. And this in the front. Her face is really gorgeous. I wish she would have had like rooted lashes. But her like icy blue eyes is just beautiful. I love it. So next up is 2000. Barbie got a spray tan in the 2000. She seems like really tan. Maybe it's just because she has all this gold. I like the dress. I like the giant crown on her head. I'm a big fan of crowns, so she wears that. You know, the only thing I don't like is the bodice of the dress. It's very tinsely and I don't know, it looks like it would come apart, and that is not good. But I really like the face. I think this is like one of my favorite faces I've seen so far. Next up is 2017, and I don't understand why there is something on the back of this doll, but I like the dress. I really like the cinching of it, and I like the hair. The face is alright, like, eh. It feels very plain, but at the same time, there's just something about it I really like. The shoes, I wish they would have done more with the shoes, because, like, it's not very often that a Holiday Barbie shoes are out, but, like, in this one it is, so I wish there would have been, like, some gems on it instead of, like, the most typical cheap plastic Barbie shoes on the planet. I actually have it in a box right here. And it actually has a thing behind it. I don't know if it actually comes off. Next up is 2018, and I really like the ruffles. I like the pearl headband. This dress is adorable. The necklace kind of looks like it's suffocating her, so I feel like they could have done without the necklace. I like the face though, and I like the hair. Yeah, it's really just the necklace. I don't know why it's there. Alright, we're getting into more vintage Barbies now with 1998, which isn't like vintage, but pink shawl and just like very black. If you remove the shawl, this girl might be going to like a very high class funeral. So but overall I really like it. It doesn't scream holiday, but you know, it does scream very fancy dinner party. And I really like the headband. I have seen this one in the box before, and I just feel like it doesn't look the same as it does in this picture. So that's the only reason why I'm sort of leery about it. But I do like the face. Alright, next up we have 2007, which released a sort of like play on the Mrs. Claus doll. And overall, I'm really surprised that like there isn't more of these in the Holiday Barbie line, because I don't know. But yeah, this is just a really cool doll. I don't like the black lace because I think it just takes away from like the whiteness of the fur and everything like that. And it just doesn't, it just makes it look sort of like, it makes it look like a shadow is underneath the fabric, but a very weirdly shaped shadow. This is 1993, and when I first looked at this doll, I hated it. But then I kept looking a little more, and I liked it a little more. I like that the sleeves are poinsettias. I think that's really cool. I feel like the colors in this, everything sort of overwhelms this Barbie. Alright, we have 1999 next. This one I believe is called Millennium Princess Barbie. It's very weird that we got like two separate Barbies celebrating the millennium that were like a year apart. Obviously both were made to celebrate the year 2001 and the year 2001 right before it. I just really like this one. I really like her crown. She just seems very regal, and I'm a sucker for a princess. Overall, I really like the skirt. I like the collar, and I like the details, and the silver and the blue just work really well together. Alright, next up is 1991, and it's a beautiful green gown with like different colored sequins on it. It's just really cute. It reminds me of Christmas. I just think sometimes the sequins just like look a little too messy, or the beads or whatever they are. They could be more inspired, I guess. You know, I think there was a different way to accomplish the same thing, but I really like the silhouette of the dress. Next is 1992, and I really like the idea of this one. Not sure if it was executed the best way, because the drips kind of fall in a weird way when I've seen the box. I really like the hair. Like, she looks like some sort of magical ice princess. But yeah, like, just looking at the photo, you're like, wow. But at the same time, you're like, I don't know. Next is 2002, and she's beautiful. I love the sort of vines on the bodice. I love the shawl. I love the ponytail with the ponytail holder matching the fabric. I really just like the color and the hair and everything. Like, she just looks like she's ready for some magical party. And I like the rooted eyelashes as well. Alright, now next is 1988, the first ever Holiday Barbie. Big puffy dress, big puffy hair. I love the necklace with the ribbon. I love the ribbon and the holly, and everything is just so gorgeous and so 80s, and she's beautiful. She is just like ready for a holiday. I do wish her necklace was like beaded instead of just like plastic with like gold, like silver knobs on it. $19.95. Very holly themed, very big. I really like the makeup on her. She has very like bright green makeup. Her jewelry is amazing. It's a very oddly shaped gown. I don't really like the collar, but at the same time, like, I like it a little bit. Like, I have very mixed feelings about it. 1994. I like how gold it is. I like the headband. It just really stands out to me, even like looking at it in a picture. The holly and the fur parting down the middle, that's just really cute. She just looks ready for like a winter's day, and I just love it. And the bodice could be a little more complicated. Like, all it is just a few buttons. So that's really just my only complaint. And it's not even a complaint, because I do like the bodice. 2001. Another crown. I love it. I love the red shawl. The little tassel at the end is a little weird, but whatever. The stars, I could do without them, but I just really like the overall feeling of it. I do like the face and the hair and the way it curls. It just kind of gives like 4th of July vibes. In a weird way. I think it's the stars and then the red and the tassel. That's my only complaint. Like, especially with the shadows on the back of this photo. That's my only complaint. Like, it doesn't feel very wintry. Would you notice that? Next is 1997, and I love this one. It looks like it is made out of ribbon, and obviously it isn't, and it looks like some sort of old ball gown. This year was released as a brunette Barbie, because I don't know. I don't know why they chose to do that. I know there was a blonde Barbie that was a part of the release, but they just chose to release it as like a special edition, and then the brunette one was the main one. Who knows? But I really like the brunette hair with this, actually. I really like it with the red. And I have it right here. She is gorgeous. I love the gold. I love everything. She just like looks so holiday. Like, it looks like ribbon. Alright, next is 2006. I love the Christmas tree skirt. Love the fur. Love the braid. We haven't seen a braid, I don't think, out of the main Barbies yet in this ranking. I love the star earrings, the fabric tiara. I think it's fabric. Everything is really cool about this one. I just feel like it's really cool. Okay, so now we're at the top 3, and in 3rd place we have 2005, and she is regal, she is gorgeous, she is amazing. I love the sash, I love her hair color, I love the face, I love like the wintry frosty spikes at the bottom, I love the tulle. She came in green as well this year, and that hair color is even better because like it was slightly red in the hair, and then it like balanced with the green and still had that purple color, and that was just really cute. But judging solely off the purple one, like I promised to do, she still is in third place because it just is amazing. Alright, in second place we have 2003, and she looks just like the witch from, I think, Narnia? The Ice Queen or whatever. That's not why I like her, because I don't really know anything about those movies. But I love the hair and how it's up and like down on the sides, and the belt, and like the robe and the dress. She's just like so cool. She's like wintry and frosty. Like she just has like those Barbie eyes that are like so cool. And then she just has this belt and like the trees in the background, and her dress is so cute, and the fur and her tiara. She has like that darker hair color that's like a little more like reddish, just like the tiniest bit, and I like that. I like that in a Barbie. So number one of all the Barbies from the Holiday Barbie collection is 1996. She has the best Christmas gown I've ever seen. I probably wouldn't wear it, but I would want to wear it. The fur hat, the hair, simple yet perfect. The hand fur thing, I don't remember what it's called. The skirt with the layers of the gold, the buttons, the trim. It's just like what it's like this is what holiday Barbie should be like. You just look at her and you're like, oh, she's holiday Barbie. She's not Barbie, she's holiday Barbie. Like, it's not a big ball gown. She's just a winter Barbie. I don't know. I really love it. I really love it, and that's my opinion. And these were all my opinions. If you watched this, thank you very much. If you want to subscribe and like this video, you can. If you disagree with my opinions, that's okay. They are my opinions. Yeah. And that's all. I don't own any of these pictures that I used in this video. They were all just pictures of the dolls that I think Mattel took. If Mattel didn't take them, then somebody else did. But yeah, if you want to tell me your opinion, you can in the comments below.